Welcome back to my online video tutorial series. At the end of this video, you should understand how to use the dynamic input. The dynamic input is a very useful feature. It is located down here. It's a rectangle with a plus sign. What the dynamic input does, it allows the user to enter the X and the Y value for a point. So for example, I wish to draw this rectangle, or let's use this bedroom, for example. All right. It can be used to draw this bedroom, this floor plan outline relatively quick. So first, I would say, for example, I wish to draw this first bedroom, which is 3,600 by 3,600. I would then click rectangle or type REC. Type REC, enter. It will then ask me to specify the first point. I would left click where I want my rectangle to start. You will notice as I move across here upwards that a box appears, which is 0, 0. Now I can enter the value that I want on the x-axis. Say, for example, here, the x value is the first value here. This is the x value, which would be represented by the first box in the drop-down menu. Not drop-down menu, in the dynamic input box. So here, say for example, in this case, I want this to be 3,600. I will then type 3,600 here. Sorry, then press comma or use the tab key to change from the first box to the second box. Let me explain a bit. So let's go back to mouse. Right. Let's delete this for a bit. Erasing those. Okay. Now I wish to draw this rectangle, this bedroom, 3,600 by 3,600. I would type REC, enter. Now then left click where I want this to start. Left click here. You will realize that the first box is saying 0. As I type 3,600, what you notice is that the value that I type goes into the first box. I can switch between the first to the second box by pressing the tab key. So as I press the tab key once, it switches from the first box to the second box. Remember, the first box gives the X value, the second box gives the Y value. So in this case, I want it to be 3,600 by 3,600. So I would type 3,600, followed by then the enter key, enter. And this will generate the rectangle. Rectangle having a length of 3,600 and width of 3,600. I could also use this to quickly create this floor plan. So first I have this 3,600. I will then offset this. Okay, let me create all of them first. This dining room is 3,600 again by 3,600. So I would press the space bar to reactivate the last command. I will then click enter, and again type in the value that I want, which is 3600. Then the tab key, press tab key or comma, then type 3600, 3600, then enter. Enter. Not quite sure where that went. So rectangle, REC, enter. Specify the first point. Now I want to draw the kitchen, which is 3600 by 3600. And this is 3600, comma, 3600, enter. And we have that. I would like to now draw the bathroom, which is 3600. Oh, rectangle first. REC for rectangle, then enter key. Left click where I want to start. Left click on the mouse. In this case, I want my bathroom to be 1500 by 2400. So the X value I want to be 2400. So 2400. Then followed by the tab key or the comma. Then 1500. Then enter. Enter. So this would be my bathroom. I could then go again and do this. The next bedroom, which is 3600 by 3600. So I go space bar to reactivate the last command. I'll then click here, 3600, comma, 3600, then enter. So now I have 1, 2, 3. So I can then offset this over offset, enter. And for this, I want the offset to be 150, which is the thickness of the wall. 150, enter. I then click this, left click, move out, left click, move out, click again, left click, move out, click, left click, move out, click, escape. So now I have both of this bedroom, this bathroom, this bedroom, this dining. So I can put these together to form a floor plan really quick. So I'm gonna move this one. So I have this already. I'm gonna place this bathroom here in this space here. So I move M, enter. My base point, I want my base point to be someplace up here. So I don't click here. When it says specify the base point, I delay my mouse here, then I move up and click there. Then deactivate my orthogonal mode by left click here. Then I'm gonna drop this up at this point. Click this right there, and that is in place. I could then move this bedroom to this location down here. So I left click, drag to select, enter. I then specify a base point. And again, I place my cross here at this point, but I do not click. I then move down a little bit, then click there. Now, then I bring this down here. So I need to move this into place again. So move, M, enter. I should have selected this point the first time. Click there. Then click here. So now I have both bedroom. I could then proceed with this, copy this, select copy, CO for copy, enter. Specify here as a base point. My base point for this would be, again, I would be here. Again, I zoom in and I bring my cross here up, click onto that point. And of course, I align that with this corner right here. And I have that. I could then drop one more here for my, that is now my kitchen. So I now have those in place. So you can quickly draw a floor plan just by doing that. I no longer need this. I can delete this now. Delete. I guess I pretty much understand the drift. So what I'll do then is to trim these out. Trim. So TR, enter, enter. And I would trim out these spaces. And we have our floor plan just like that. So this is a quick way in which you can, another way in which you can draw your floor plan by drawing all the different sections, then join them together. So we have that just like that. So this is one importance or one significant use of the dynamic input using rectangle. All right, so this is our floor plan pretty much. Just a gist of what it is. I won't be spending any more time to do the entire thing, as I assume that you have the, and you get the drift. Now, we could also enter our windows and doors by using this means, by using rectangle. So we type REC again, enter. We left click here. And of course, we know the wall is 150. And the window length is approximately probably 4 feet, which would work out to 1200. So on the horizontal axis, we want it to be 4 feet or 1200. So we type 1200. On the Y, which the window should be the same thickness of the wall, basically. So we would use 150, 150, enter. So this is basically one of our window. And we could click this. Well, we could draw a line in the middle, L, enter, or even 2 lines. So we have that there. L, enter. It's too close to that. I click here, click there, enter, and I then move this into place. M, enter. Select here as my base point. So your base point is the point where you want to join to some other location. So it's important to determine your base point. All right. So we want one window there. In this case, I think I selected the wrong place as my base point. I probably should have selected use the lower part. So let's go again. Copy, CO, enter. Specify down here as my base point. So I click here as my base point. Yes. And then I click this onto that. And my window is in place. I go up here, click this onto the midpoint. My window is in place right there. Come across and click this onto the midpoint. And again, that is in place. Just like that. So that's basically how we can use rectangle and dynamic input to create doors, windows. And for our doors, or in some cases, the door protrudes or the wall protrudes a little bit beyond the corner right here. The wall extends beyond that section. So in cases like those, what you could do, we could also use rectangle. So again, we type REC, enter. I would then left click and create a square, which is the same thickness of the wall. 150 by 150. So I first type 150, followed by the tab key, 150, followed by enter. And I can now copy and paste this into the drawing. Select, copy, CO, enter. And it's important to know where to choose as a base point. Yes, because your base point will determine where you want to match this. So I click one there, and if I want another one here at this point, I get one there. Say I want one here, or not necessarily. Where say I want a door? Yes, I want a door right here. So I'll click that right there. Probably one right here as well. Escape. So what I can do now, I can use this for the door. I could use a rectangle to create the door as well. So REC, enter for the door. So let me explain this part first before I proceed. Let's say my door is from L, enter. Let me use a line to just randomly cut the door space, which is like right there. Right there. Escape. Delete. L, enter. So trim, TR, enter, enter. Left click, drag. Left click, drag. So you see, we have an overhang right here, just like that. And we could do the same thing here. Let me draw a line from here to there. Enter. Trim. TR, enter, enter. Left click, drag. Left click, drag. And just like that, we have a door cutout. So typically, the wall normally protrudes at a distance of same as the wall pretty much. So if the wall is 150, we typically protrude this out by 150. So that's a good way to use dynamic input, which as you can see, aids your speed, right? So that's basically it for dynamic input. So remember, dynamic input is this command here, the command down here, this one. This is dynamic input. This little command down here. So once this command is active, it will allow you to enter the X and the Y value for a rectangle. This can be used to draw pretty much anything. It's very useful. It's very useful for engineering drawing and for plane and solid geometry, where you can quickly break up any figure into boxes and draw them, then assemble them together. All right, so this is pretty much it for this video.